I think there's a lot of things happening in the industry today. Regulation is a key.
Not necessarily sort of like a reserve currency where everybody could exchange their tokenized assets and trade them. Wouldn't that require?
Because tokenizing real-world assets involves blockchains or distributed ledger technology, some might view tokenization as a mere extension.
I thought when I first saw this, when I first read it, that this was a bill you'd be happy about, because it looks to me like it gives more power to the CFTC in terms of oversight of what happens with crypto.
Before the SEC got involved, that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. That was before the SEC kind of anointed ETH.
The SEC versus Ripple Labs.
Ripple. Dave, what do you want to add?
There you go. You got that one. Floor. Thanks.
Which is weird because the IMF itself has over 1,000 metric tons of gold. So when you put gold in the picture, two things are happening. Number one, the inversion was 2010. That's when central bank gold reserves started going up.
Know what you hold?
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got a baggie, welcome to the party. Shout out to the latest sub. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 2.79 trillion, up about 1.3% in the past 24. We got XRP right around 52.5 cents. Stellar XLM right around 10-11 cents. We got BTC right around 71K ETH. 38 hundo. We got Flare Networks right around 0.028. XLR $1.02. XDC creeping up to 4 cents. Songbird 0.01. Stronghold 0069. We got Zahao right around 11-12 cents. Evernote 23-24 cents. We got Ripple X Dev to pop things off. XRP Ledger version 2.2.0 is now available and introduces the new XLS 47 price Oracle amendment. It also includes an important fixed amendment to avoid the creation of empty DIDs, as well as smaller fixed amendments for the AMM, X-Chain, routing, and transaction ID. We got one from Ripple. Ripple's partnering with Clear Junction to enhance GBP and the Euro payouts for our customers. This collaboration strengthens our cross-border payment solutions, ensuring faster, secure transactions in the UK and EU. XRP drops. Ripple partnering with Clear Junction.
I think there's a lot of things happening in the industry today. Regulation is a key message out there at the moment, and making sure people do the right things. So being able to collaborate and talk to other industry peers gives us all a good idea on what's actually happening, what we all need to be doing, and doing the right thing.
Subject views. Hey, Congress, XRP is a settlement asset.
And if we have, so let's just sort of think about this. You've got a bunch of different tokenization systems, and you want, ideally, you do want different countries. You want global commerce. Wouldn't you need a central bank, sort of one central, not necessarily reserve, sort of like a reserve currency where everybody could exchange their tokenized assets and trade them? Wouldn't that require one central bank currency to sort of settle all that out? That one that everybody recognizes and respects?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the benefits of tokenization depend on there being a settlement asset, right? And, you know, some people say that stablecoins should be a settlement asset. I think that is a terrible reason because of all the fragilities of stablecoins that I've testified about before. So I really think that the settlement asset has to be some kind of central bank money, ultimately.
All right.
And if you want that on the ledger, it's probably going to have to take the form of some kind of central bank digital currency. Now, this doesn't have to be a retail product, and I want to emphasize that because I'm not sure where I sit on, you know, retail central bank digital currencies, but the wholesale, the plumbing, central bank digital currency, something like that would be needed as a settlement. But
obviously, if the Federal Reserve Bank is not allowed to operate in that space, it's going to be a central bank, some other central bank. It won't be ours. It'll be, you know, EU or China or some other central bank that'll be the settlement, the central bank currency of choice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works without the US Fed being able to issue us.
The gentleman's time.
Whatever it is, it's going to need a bridge to the other side. XRP is that settlement asset. We got the financial services, GOP. Tokenization can leverage the efficiency and transparency of blockchains to help modernize U.S. markets.
Last month, the committee made history by ushering in comprehensive digital asset market structure legislation across the House floor with strong bipartisan support. This came on the heels of strong bipartisan support to repeal Staff Accounting Bulletin 121, so that regulated financial institutions would be able to custody digital assets. Although our work with digital assets is far from done, I'm delighted that the subcommittee's focus today will now shift to other related topics. The tokenization of real-world assets is one such area that I'm particularly interested in getting into today. Because tokenizing real-world assets involves blockchains or distributed ledger technology, some might view tokenization as a mere extension of the digital asset conversation that we've been having in this committee for over a year. However, it deserves its own distinct conversation and prioritization. While digital assets are generally issued and managed on blockchain networks, tokenization can bring traditional finance, quote, on-chain. To put this in a different context, tokenization can leverage the efficiency and transparency of blockchains to help modernize U.S. markets.
XRP, hidden in plain sight, know what you hold. We got the Bank for International Settlement, the BIS Innovation Hub project, Bridge reaches a minimum viable product stage and invites private sector companies to propose new solutions and use cases to further develop the cross-border payment platform. XRP drops CFTC chairman on supporting House crypto bill FIT21. It largely fills the gap in regulation.
Good to see you too, Becky.
So we have a lot to talk through. Why don't we start with crypto? Because I think this has been one that has caught so much attention and looks like it is going to make some progress in Washington too. I thought when I first saw this, when I first read it, that this was a bill you'd be happy about because it looks to me like it gives more power to the CFTC in terms of oversight of what happens with crypto. This is not a bill you're recommending. Why?
Well, I haven't actually taken a position on it for or against, worked with members of Congress on the House side. There are elements of it that certainly impact the CFTC. There are elements of it that impact the SEC. I've largely weighed in on the CFTC side. And as we've discussed in the years past, and I've said publicly, this is about filling a gap in regulation, and that bill largely accomplishes that goal on the CFTC side, giving us regulatory powers to register exchanges, custodians, broker-dealers, intermediaries, and bring some transparency to this particular side of the market that involves commodity tokens themselves.
We got DAI before the SEC got involved that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset, not Ethereum, and it was getting ready to flip BTC.
I think people also forget that it wasn't that long ago, before the SEC got involved, that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. That was before the SEC kind of anointed ETH. Then they couldn't answer the question, is ETH a security or not? And now they've approved the ETF. They contradict each other. It's very contradict themselves. It's very difficult to follow.
Meanwhile, thank you, Jim Cramer, for reminding Gary Gensler and the SEC that they lost to Ripple. XRPs, not a security. Mr. Belafonte.
You guys have coins?
No, we don't.
There's a Kramer coin?
There should be, but there isn't.
Yes, there is a Kramer coin. I hope it's properly registered.
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up because now it's a pumping gun. I went, wow, Kramer coin. I was not going to bring it up. There you go.
Chair Gensler, wait. We have only a little bit of time.
The SEC versus Ripple Labs.
Ripple. Good. Dave, what do you want to ask?
There you go.
You
got
that
the floor.
One.
Thanks.
What I want to ask is, I used to text a lot.
Gary, you still there? We got another one from DAI. You're going to want gold. XRP, XLM, a little bit of silver.
Well, you're right, Charles. Fiat currencies do supplant each other over time, but it's a very slow process. Classic case, sterling was at its peak in about 1914. By 1944, Bretton Woods, it was sort of a footnote. But that took 30 years. It didn't happen overnight. So is the dollar running into a lot of headwinds? Actually, I always say that the world cannot destroy the dollar, but the U.S. can do it itself, and we're doing a pretty good job of that. But you're right. Dollar, round numbers, is about 60% of global payments. It's the currency of about 60% of global reserves, so it's still the king of the hill. You can forget about there's not going to be a gold-backed Chinese yuan. Forget about that. China doesn't have enough gold. Russian ruble is not going to displace it. Russia and China don't have the rule of law or the bond markets. Those are key things about being reserve currency. The BRICS currency is coming along. It's going to take another 5 to 10 years. The key thing there, it's easy to announce a currency, a payment currency. That's just a ledger entry. What you need is a large enough trading area where if I get some, I export and I get paid in BRICS, I can go shopping in 20 countries instead of 1 or 2 if I'm getting rubles or yuan. They're not there yet, but they're adding members every year. They'll add some more at the summit in Russia in October. That'll take a few more years. However, the rival to gold is already here. And it's the one you pointed to. The rival to the dollar, rather, is already here. And it's the one you pointed to. It's gold. Right now, by the way, very few people realize this. The United States has 70% of its reserves in gold. Now, we don't need foreign currencies because we print the dollar, but that's the data. Russia has 25% of its reserves in gold. China has about 8% of its reserves in gold. Those numbers are both going up. Interestingly, when you look at the IMF data on currency shares, they have dollar, euro, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, and so forth. They give you all the data. You can compute the percentages quickly. They don't include gold, which is weird because the IMF itself has over 1,000 metric tons of gold. So when you put gold in the picture, two things are happening. Number one, the inversion was 2010. That's when central bank gold reserves started going up. That's accelerating. And now the U.S. is just a week away. June 13th, G7 summit in Italy. The U.S. is going to lead an effort to steal $300 billion of Russian-owned assets in the form of U.S. Treasury securities. When that happens, you're going to see, again, the Treasury market's not going to collapse. I don't want to overstate this, but at the margin, if you can't trust the Treasury, do you really want Italian, German, or Japanese bonds? I don't think so. You're going to want gold.
Right. We got one from Coinbase Wallet. The wait is over. Smart wallets are here. Meanwhile, we got the U.S. debt clock, parallel worlds, Fauci. We got payment infrastructure news, the pot of gold at the end of the ISO20022. Rainbow. The best is still yet to come. Crawl, walk. Then we rock it. We got Danielle Dixon, incredible energy student at our Consensus 2024 Builder House. The future of blockchain is bright. We got the Stellar Org BAF Builder House Consensus 2024, one of the most treasured memories. Thank you, Stellar Org, for your commitment to inspiring future builders. Speaking of Stellar, we got Aquarius. It rains 7 million Aqua in rewards every day. Check out my Stellar XLM AMN video so you can get a piece of this 7 million daily Aqua rewards. We got some charts to close things off. We got Mustache altcoins. Looking like altcoins are about to print a Giga candle soon. Already shared many times. The standing Browning wedge retest should be completed. We got Coins Kid. Which way do you think XRP will break out of the weekly horizontal and why? Someone asked, why is your chart inverted? That's the real question. Exactly. Down, I feel like a retest at 38.40 cent area, then one last flush pit. Coins Kid says, same page, XRP, 40 cents. What do you think down below? Egrat Crypto XRP inverted hammer, super bullish alert. The monthly time frame candle formation is sending out a strong signals. Last month's candle showed us a 75% inverted hammer foundation at the bottom, which is super bullish. This is an amazing signal that 75 cents is coming in no time, and July 2024 is going to be the month of fireworks. XRP Army, stay ready. Thor's hammer is about to smash through all the resistance. Juna, we moona. July, we fly. XRP, XLM, know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They're trying to shake you out by any means necessary. And let a friend know that the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes is still at hand, but the train's left the station. Tick tock, where will those bags be when that regulation jar of molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later glitches.
Pump it up, pump it up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags up. Pump it to the moon, pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags up. Pump it up, XRP to the moon. Pump it up, pump it up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags.